Yo guys, and welcome to the second part of this devlog. I'll let you know right now that this was originally supposed to be a two-part series, but I now realize that this project is growing more than I thought, so I'm actually gonna extend this series as a three-part, or maybe even a four-part series, depending on how much time I actually wanted to put into this game. Anyways, I have a lot of progress to show you guys, so let's get right into it. So right now we only had sprites for the player and we only had very bad circles for the enemies. They just kinda stood there and looked like, well, a circle. So I focused day one on creating an enemy and polishing the player animations. This is how it turned out. As you can see, I also created a flash shader for both the player and the enemy. If you want to see how I did this, drop a comment and maybe I'll make a tutorial on it. And that's about all I did for day one. For day two, I wanted to start to work on the game loop a bit, so I created a very simple wave system. Now I can control exactly which enemies spawn and how many of them, and yeah, we're actually kinda getting somewhere. Then I threw together a quick UI to display the wave, and that's about it for day two. And for day three, I wanted to start to work on some game sounds, so I started with the footsteps, and as always it went perfectly. Shit. Like I was saying, it went perfectly, and now we have some sounds in our game. And that's it for day three. So for day 4 I actually wanted to recreate the visuals a bit or change them. I like this kind of red vibe for the game. I'm not sure though, so let me know what you guys like. Next up I started to work on something that every game needs, which is a pause menu. And boom, pause menu done. Now all we need to do is connect the settings menu to the sound logic. So basically what I did was that I created an audio mixer group, which is something you can connect your audio source to and control the volume from there instead of the individual audio sources. In the mixer group you can have different sound categories like sound effects, music, environment, etc. Then I just set what category my different sounds should be instantiated in my inspector. This way we have complete control over the volume of the sounds during runtime. This is a very efficient way of building your sound system on, and if you didn't already know this, I recommend you check it out. So for day 5 I worked on a shader outline for the sprites. This is actually something I worked for days on, but couldn't really get it to work because shaders are fucking terrible. I made some changes to the pickup guns, but when I did this everything kinda broke, so I had to fix some stuff. Which wasn't too hard, I just had to change some of the materials. Anyways, then I started to work on some animations for the outline. My idea was to use this for the different rarities for guns and items in the game. And this is how it turned out. Then I proceeded to cook together a script for the rarity. It will hold all the information like the material for that rarity, the name and how much damage extra it will do, etc. And then I added that enum property in my gun base script, so now I can just select which rarity it should be and the rest the rarity script will handle. I started out day 6 with improving my wave system script. So now I made it so after the waves that I specifically created, it will keep spawning new waves and use the last wave I set in the inspector. So now the game is infinite and will play until you die. I knew I wanted the enemies to gradually become stronger and more dangerous, because else you could probably find a way to just win every single round. So I did, so every 10 rounds the enemies get a lot stronger, but you also get a lot more rewards every 10 rounds. So this way the intensity of the game actually becomes bigger and you feel like you need to get better gear, and you also want to play for late game. I felt like it was time to get rid of the placeholder sprites and layout, so I redesigned the pickup stuff and the gun UI, and this is how it turned out. It looks pretty good, no?
Nice.
And that's it for day 6. Next up, it was time to work on the money system. So the plan was to have it like in Call of Duty Zombies. So when you kill a zombie, you get a little bit of money, and then you can use that to repair armor, upgrade weapons, and make your weapon better. This was a pretty simple system to get working. Basically, an event is fired when an enemy dies, and then the money system subscribes to that event and add a bit of money. Next on the list was materials. My plan was to make 3 materials. 2 of them was gonna be used to upgrade guns in the game, and then you would get the 3rd material, which is crystals, every 10 rounds, which you can use to unlock new abilities and new weapons after you've completed a game. This was fairly simple to create. The enemy has a certain amount of chance to drop a material, and when the player picks it up, an event is fired and the material count gets updated. And this is how it turned out. Alltså... Nej, nu ger jag upp. Of course it's never that simple. So, like after 1 hour extra coding, I managed to get it to work, and now they drop like they should. Then I spent like another 1.5 hours trying to fix so you get crystals every 10 rounds, just to realize I had to change 1 single word. So I had a mental breakdown and I just went to bed. So for day 9 I actually wanted to implement the upgrade system so you could actually do some stuff in game. So I worked on the workbench script and the UI, and as you can see it's kinda working, but as always there's always that one bug that takes hours to fix. Yeah, so after like 2 hours I actually got it to work, and this is how it turned out. So welcome guys, you made it to day 10. So I guess it is time to show some stuff off, eh? Alright. So, you start with normal guns. Some new graphics for all the shoot animations and stuff. You can pick up materials. Now I'm starting with a lot. But yeah, you can see I added tooltips for the health as well. They can hit me. Some cool animations. Yeah, I can go here and I can upgrade my pistol. Lose material and it gets upgraded. Upgrade it again to rare. And now I need the high quality metal. now it's epic, and now it's legendary. So it's gonna be a lot better now. And yeah, enemies is gonna become more difficult for every 10 rounds or waves. And yeah, it's looking pretty promising. It's not much done. Probably some level design and just a few more main mechanics that I need to fix, but other than that, everything works great. Maybe some new sounds. See, the knockback is working. And yeah, this is what I've done these 10 days, and I'm gonna go into the outro. Alright guys, here is where we round off the video. If you have any ideas, please don't be afraid to comment down below. Also, if you want any tutorial on how I did something in this game, comment down below and I'll make it happen. So there's gonna be a part 3, maybe a part 4. I don't know when they will come out because I am studying right now. I'm planning to start university this fall. So I don't know how much time I will have, but I will work on the project when I do have time. So yeah, I guess that's it. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, evening or night. Cheers!